Okay, so in this video we're going to take a look at how to run mkryptor on the same machine as Exchange Server 2003. Now the simplest way to do this is to actually add an extra IP address to the machine and run mkryptor on that IP address. It is possible to run on the same IP as Exchange Server 2003, but Exchange 2003 is quite temperamental when it comes to running things on the same IP address, so you'll find your life is a lot easier if we put it onto a separate IP. So getting started, first of all we actually need to add another IP address to this machine. So I do that by going to Control Panel, Network Connections. You probably only have one connection here. If you have multiple, it doesn't really matter, just pick one. Right click, choose Properties. I want to go to Internet Protocol, Properties of that, Advanced, and then in the IP addresses section here, we just click Add. Now we can add a new IP, whatever we like. I shall go for this one. And subnet mask as well. That's fine as it is. Click Add, and that's added. So now we've got an additional IP address on this machine of 192.168.117.207, and the original IP was 10.0.117.207. So click OK to save that. OK again, and then close. And that IP address should be saved. So I can close down the network connections window. Now what I want to do in Exchange, pull up Exchange System Manager, and we want to expand the tree down to the server, protocols, SMTP, and then your SMTP virtual servers. I've only got one here, you probably have as well. If you've got multiple, we'll just do the same steps on all of them. So if we right click and go to Properties, now what we want to ensure is that none of the virtual servers have an IP address set against them of this all unassigned. So we'll just drop this box down here. We'll find that there's both the IP addresses belonging to this machine are there. So we want to make sure that the SMTP virtual server and any other Exchange processes are only running on the old IP address, so 10.0.117.207 in this case. So click OK here to save that. That's all the configuration we need to do in Exchange itself. The other thing we want to change now is in the mkryptor configuration, we just need to tell mkryptor to run on the new IP address only. By default, mkryptor will run on all IP addresses of the machine, but obviously in this case we don't want it to run on the same one as Exchange. So go to mkryptor.exe.config in the program files folder for mkryptor. We open that up and we want to browse down the file here until we come to the app settings section, and in particular this one here, SMTP IP address. Now in here we just enter the new IP address that we just created, and once we've entered the IP address we just click Save, and we can close that, and then we just want to restart the FreshGuys mkryptor email encryption service. So go into your service manager and click Start on that service. And there we are. Now mkryptor is running on the new IP address only, and will coexist quite happily on the same machine as Exchange 2003.